with men equally. There's a lot
Hi,
of
everybody. It's your
Malaha.
favorite time of the week. It is time for the main viewer. It's Star Trek Tuesday. Happy Star Trek Tuesday, everybody. There's a ton of news to go over. There's some hopeful news about Captain
Mm.
Seven. Why, why do I find this hard to believe? Why am I skeptical? I haven't looked at it,
Oh.
but we'll see. We'll see. My spidey senses. I was never a big Spider-Man fan. Live chat, let
Mm.
us know. Were you ever a Spider-Man fan? It never quite
Spider-Man was
did
never
it for
my
me.
guy.
Yeah,
hmm
yeah.
hmm
Um,
Yeah.
but we do have a lot to talk about besides that. That is huge news. We also have okay, Jonathan Frakes is talking about why Nemesis failed. Am I also in the
In the
minority?
chat?
Yeah. Am I
No.
also in the minority in thinking that Nemesis didn't fail for me? I enjoyed it. I watched it. I enjoyed it.
I think he
Fine.
meant at the box office.
Yeah. Yeah, he
But I
did.
think the consensus is
And in
everybody
my
talks about
heart.
that it sucks. And I don't, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I need
You
to
are,
watch
you
it
are, no,
again.
you're
Yeah,
correct. You're
no,
correct that
but
the consensus is that.
it
And
is
then
the
also
consensus.
Chase
But I
Masterson is in
disagree.
the news.
And rightly
Also,
so.
what the heck was it? The Fraggles or what was in what was the other thing that was in the
No, it's at the very end, and it's just a funny. It's just a funny little something or
It's
other
amazing.
that's. I just thought it was funny because it.
Oh, SpongeBob SquareButt, right?
Yeah, that.
Well, how is
That
SpongeBob
too.
SquareButt in the news? I guess we'll find out shortly. I don't know. Well, I don't know what you're talking about is at the end, Melissa, but what's that?
At the end of the email, at the bottom of the email.
All right,
You
we'll
didn't
check it
even
out.
see it.
Everybody, so all that and more right now on the main viewer live special effects with Melissa Longo.
That was my Kermit wave.
It was really
Getting ready
good.
for like to
Love your
be like
Kermit
a
wave.
part of someone's wedding or something.
Oh, well, no, my cousin is getting married
Yeah, that's a
on the
wedding. Yeah,
25th of May, and I will be attending his wedding.
Nice.
nice,
And
Nice.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited.
That's
nice,
lovely.
nice. Okay,
I very much love my family
you're
very, very
planning ahead
much.
for it.
I am.
I think it was funny though that I said a wedding, and she's like, "What? No, but my cousin's getting married." The Matt Barton this year
I
is
found that funny too.
I am not the cousin getting married.
You are somebody's cousin.
I
And Jenny
am.
R. Johnson is also a cousin of somebody's.
Couple. I have a couple of cousins.
hmm My name's
Mm.
Ryan T. Husk. I got a bunch of cousins, like
I have a
I do
couple.
Spanish,
Okay.
too.
French cousins, you know,
Yeah. I have Canadian second
emus.
cousins. No, I have Canadian
Like,
cousins.
I have like
Yeah.
four or five.
First
Not very
cousins?
many. Yeah, like actual first cousins. Yeah,
How many
Mhm.
first? I
oh,
have eight first
eight.
cousins only.
that's a lot.
I have eight as well, I
Yeah,
think.
that's a
Yeah.
ton.
Three
I
are in
might be
I've got a
France
missing.
ton.
and five in America.
Oh wait, no, six.
I'm in
It shouldn't be that hard, Jenny.
It's hard. I've only met like two of them.
Oh, they're
Oh,
missing out.
I think I
All
have
right,
probably
They are
20.
missing out.
20. Good
Oh,
job,
they
Matt.
should
That's
meet.
Yeah.
hardcore.
I think
Hello
that would be
to
nice.
all of the cousins in the live
Oh.
chat. Walter, Dave, Ananzi, Bob, Chris
Kirk?
Marshall,
Oh.
John Davis, Derek Pederossi,
Yeah.
Lucia Raz out in Brazil, Steve Case, aka Joe
Woohoo.
Bugbuster, Rookie of the Year Red Shirt Bob,
hmm
and so on and so forth. Greg Kenzo, we see all of you. War Dog Heim. Um, all right, well, let's get into
Special
this.
shout out to Dave Gregory, who is also in Halifax at this very moment.
That is so cool. I
What?
saw that post too.
What
Speaking
the
of Kermit Arms,
Halifax?
yeah,
What the
Kermit
hell?
arms.
and we're gonna have
Wow,
fun.
Yeah.
you guys should
Yeah,
party.
we're gonna.
Oh
Is he gonna
man.
pop into your screen like, oh, here I am?
I was actually thinking of, we should have planned this better, Dave Gregory. Seriously, we should have
Yeah.
planned
You're
this better.
so lucky. Both of you are so lucky.
I agree.
I need to go to Nova Scotia, Halifax, Nova Scotia to see Jenny R. Johnson.
I would like that very much.
And we could do Muppet Arms together.
I would love that. Oh, yes, please.
Okay.
Mhm.
Um,
Sorry, as you were, Ryan.
No, not at all. This is good news. This is good stuff. Everybody, please make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for notifications. If you're listening in, give us a 5-star rating and a nice review. We'd really appreciate that. All right, well, let's get into the news, shall we? We don't care what we're drinking. We don't care what we're eating. This isn't Friday. This is a work day. It's time to get work done. And that means we bring you the news in the Star Trek and sci-fi world. The good, the bad, and the gorgeous.
Ooh.
That's a good movie, though. The Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Know that I saw it.
It's iconic.
Clint Eastwood,
Clint
All right.
Eastwood.
the iconic
Is that the
standoff.
Where he says,
So-
"Go ahead, make my day."
No, that's Dirty
No.
Harry.
That's
That's
Dirty
Dirty Harry Balls.
That
That was the whole title of the movie, right?
Exactly.
Dirty Harry
It didn't
Balls.
pass, for some reason it didn't pass with test
Yeah.
audiences. So they kind
They
of
just
shortened
cut it off.
Yeah.
Joshua Reeve, you gotta share with the class.
What?
He's gonna go to work on some cookies and cream ice cream.
Oh,
Yum.
man.
Oh.
Those are two
Sounds
of
pretty
my
good.
favorite things.
Cream?
Ice cream and cookies and cream.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant cookies. I'm like, I'm with you there. But then cream, I'm like,
No.
cream
No.
is-
Cookies and ice
It's
cream.
like Rocky Road. That's two of my favorite things, but not really.
And can I just say thanks to Joel and Chuck for saying nice things about the interview that I did with Trek Culture.
I watched it too. It was so
Cool.
good.
Oh, I have not
Tell
seen
us
it.
about
I
it.
say watched.
Oh.
I didn't watch it. I listened to it because I was painting. I listened to it. I watched it with my ears. It was
Tell us
lovely.
about it, please, Melissa.
It was so much fun. Sean and Ellie are delightful. And I know that Jenny recently did one too with them. And I had such a nice time talking to them and just, yeah, talking about Star Trek, talking
Mhm.
about my life, which was
Mhm.
fun. I didn't expect the conversation to go where it did, but I like
Yeah,
that.
I love
I
that.
like that it was just kind of off the cuff and the fun questions at the end.
Mhm. Yeah, that's awesome. I love the
And then-
conversation you guys had about acting. That was really
Oh,
the
thanks.
Uta Hagen quote. I
was
was like,
so-
oh.
Yeah, it stayed with me
Mhm.
for very long, many years.
I love that. Mhm.
Yeah.
They're really good at making you comfortable. Like
Mhm.
they're just, it's
Yeah.
very. Mhm.
Yeah.
Like
And it
a
reminds
couch.
me why I liked acting so much. So,
I love that.
yeah.
Oh, that's so
Love it.
cool.
So the point is, everybody go to Trek Culture on YouTube and check out their awesome interview with Melissa Longo, where she talks about acting and Star Trek and all kinds of cool stuff. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm looking forward to checking this out. And I think that's very newsworthy. Everybody go check that out. We love the people over at Trek Culture. Well, 3 out of 4 of us do. The quiet guy over here
Yay!
doesn't like them.
That's like, whatever, Sean Barrack.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Bah
those
humbug, Trek
Irelands.
culture. Bah humbug.
Ah, those Irelands.
I'm kidding. I love Trek culture.
Yeah, and they love you.
Love them.
I heard.
Mm.
Love them.
Okay, so this is also big news, everybody. Check this out. Boy. So this picture here gives you an idea of what we may or may not be talking about right now.
I love this picture.
I do too.
Look at them.
So many beautiful smiles.
Mm.
I was just going to say it's not fair that they all have such fantastic smiles.
Yeah, they do. They definitely do. So here's the big news item of the day. This is from our friends over at ScreenRant.com. Screen Rant again? Good
I
golly, Miss Molly.
know.
It's almost
that
like we
like a
have some
song or
kind of
inside connection with them
I
or
know,
something.
Well,
right?
also,
I
if they
know.
make enough articles, we're obviously going to cover them, you know.
Exactly.
Right. Yes.
So it's entitled Jerry Ryan says Captain Seven of Nine's mystery Star Trek warp command idea is evil genius. What does that even mean? Jerry Ryan addresses what Captain Seven of Nine's unheard warp command is at the end of Star Trek Picard season 3 and the evil genius plan she heard about Seven's mystery tagline. Seven of Nine was promoted to captain of the USS Enterprise G at the end of Star Trek Picard 3. Oh, I get it. Like the engage or the what there's
Mhm.
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
However, let's fly. However, when the moment came for Captain Seven to order the newest Enterprise to jump to warp speed, Picard season 3 cut away, leaving behind a mystery that has kept fans wondering for over 2 years.
Mhm.
So, what are we getting out of this, Melissa?
Well, she
Well,
kind of hints at what that warp command might be.
That's very cool.
Well,
I'm
kind
trying to
of
think
in a
what it could
way.
possibly be. Can't be like Borgy. Can't be QB 70, 90, Voyagery. I can't think of anything that's
Well, yeah, the article says the evil genius part comes in that if legacy were to happen,
uh-huh.
anytime she is about to say that warp command,
It cuts away.
it cuts away.
Amazing.
And so
That's rude.
we never know what it is.
That's amazing.
Well, that's rude.
That's wild.
I know. Rude.
I'm here for it though.
Commence
Okay.
would work
Mhm.
for
So
some
live
Warping will
chat.
commence now.
It's time for the live chat to come up with the best possible 7 of 9 warp command.
Ooh.
Like
Mhm. Let the warp commence, Joel.
Nice.
that's too many words. But it's a good one. Or just commence. Yeah, as Anansi
Right.
says. That's pretty good. Those
Yeah.
work. Joel and Anansi, you're on the right track.
Mhm.
Joshua Reeve says proceed.
Ooh.
That's a pretty good
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
Set a course,
does work.
laying a course for blah, 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 maximum warp, proceed.
Proceed.
I like
Mhm.
that.
That
I actually
would
like that a lot.
so work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
That's pretty good.
Proceed.
Lucia agrees. She says proceed is good. Let's see if we've got any others. But yeah, I like that one. I mean, commence is good too.
Mhm.
For some reason, proceed just seems.
Bob D says, Voyage ho!
Activate, Herbert Turner says. Activate is pretty good. Momentum is futile, Greg Kenzo says. Right, because you're changing the momentum.
Yeah.
Giddy up. Says Red Shirt Bob. Giddy up. That would work for Boimler. I don't know.
Yes.
He was the first one that popped in my head for that one.
Trying to think of one with like Annika. Annika Skywalker.
I hate sand. Oof.
May the
Oh.
Borg be with you.
Make the Borg be with you. For my ally is the.
Oh.
Camera's not on me, so you guys are the only ones that saw what that was.
Oh.
But I didn't pick up. Can't do it. Engage, you must comply. Maximum effort, says Derek Pederossi. Richard Thomas says, make our travel efficient.
Proceed. That feels good.
Oh, boy, I thought it.
Engage.
Never mind.
Hit it. Proceed.
I had a nickel
feels
for every time I heard someone say proceed. That
good.
feels good. What were you singing, Jenny?
I was just thinking in my voice. Um, I was trying to remember why I have proceed in my head in a like
Yes.
funny voice, and it's Billy Madison. Because
Yeah.
Oh, he goes,
when he's talking to the penguin. Yeah.
proceed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Mr.
solid
Penguin.
love. Proceed.
Yeah, that's it.
yeah.
Conditioner is better.
Oh.
Shampoo makes the hair clean. Good old Billy Madison. You know the best
Conditioner
line?
makes the hair shiny and smooth.
That's the one. The best line in that movie, though, I will say, it's kind of funny, but it's actually kind of poignant. And I've actually used that line in real life. And that line is when he says, Billy, my boy, when are you going to find whatever it is that you're looking for?
I use that, yeah.
I'm like, that works. There are some people that I actually say that to, like,
Oh, yeah.
when is this person going to find whatever it is he's looking for? You know,
Yeah.
that one hits.
Yeah,
Yes,
it
it
does.
That one slaps.
It's so much better than the ones I use. Can't hear you. I've been physically abused on the ear.
I like that one too.
That's not going to put the Triscuit crackers in my stomach, is it? Sorry, the delicious Triscuit
But
crackers.
Matt, you say that to your kids a lot, right?
Yes.
I can
yes,
hear
indeed.
you saying that to your kids
Oh, yeah.
for some reason.
Yeah. And my wife.
And your wife.
And of course, Greg Kenzo is going
Sorry,
with the
Rachel.
pee your pants situation. That's his
Oh.
favorite. Greg, every story with Greg has to revolve around peeing his pants. You know, it's
Why
I don't know
pee your
why.
pants, Greg? Why?
Anyway, how did we
Greg
get
Hanks and not Miles
from
Davis.
how did we get from this to that?
Sorry to interrupt. Proceed.
Proceed.
Okay. Anyway, we are back to work. Back of the head.
Yes.
Hey, we just read your article. That's what we're talking. That's what got us talking about Billy Madison somehow.
Of course.
Right? So the question now is, we got to always bring it up. Is this even an article worth writing, reading? No offense, John Orchiola in the live chat. But my question is legacy even something that even might happen at this point? Like, are we just talking, because it's okay to talk about stuff that didn't happen or might have, like Star Trek Phase 2. I love hearing stories about Star Trek Phase 2, you know, the show that never happened but almost did. So is this going to be one of those kinds of stories where it's just fun to talk about, but there's never going to be anything like real to push forward to? Or is there a chance?
As your teacher, Mr. Spock, is fond of saying, there are always possibilities.
Right. And that brings us to the second article right below this one.
Oh. It was like we planned it.
Good segue.
What is it? What is it?
Well, I wanted to know if it's going to happen. It's not going to.
Huh?
Yeah, that's the next article.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
but it's another John
kind
Orchiola
of.
thing.
I know.
You can't-
It's back to back.
I get shy when he's
Back
in
to
the
back
live
to the head.
chat. I feel like he's judging me. Like he's like, Ryan, you better read my writing correctly. Like you got to get the right inflections of how I was thinking it when I typed it out.
You don't have to read his whole article. You could go down to her quote and
There you go.
then we could discuss.
What a relief. All right, I'm all for it.
Do it.
So here it is. 7 of 9 Star Trek Future gets a hopeful update from Jerry Ryan 2 years after Picard's ending.
It's been so long.
Here it is. Here's the
It has
quote,
been-
everybody. And this is from screenrant.com, written by John Orchiola. That's our good buddy back of the head in the live chat. What a coincidence that he's here. I get so shy when he shows up. There it is. Well, he's very intimidating.
Yes, it's true. And
Stop being
me.
intimidating, John.
What?
Dude, I'm a meme
imitating.
today.
All right, she says, you know what? Ah, fudge. She says, you know what? One thing that this entire Star Trek experience has taught me is never say never. Because I was sure that I had said goodbye to this character and walked away from this franchise many years ago. And I never, ever, ever in a million years, I think it was only 20, expected that I would be back playing her on Picard. So who knows? Never say never.
That's the gist of it.
As
I'm
Spock
not
says.
Well, and then John did suggest in the
Mhm.
article that Legacy might happen as a streaming movie, like Section 31.
Or what about if it's just like a comic book series? Like
For sure.
Paramount
Ooh.
never picks it up, but they say, yeah, go ahead. Or just a book series. But then, of course, Jerry Ryan wouldn't have any part of that, unfortunately.
Right.
If it was an audiobook series like they've
Oh,
already done,
yep.
they've done an audiobook
But I think
with
if they're not
Seven
going to do a
Raffi.
regular series, they're not going to do an audio series. I don't think, but I don't know anything about this. What I would say, though, is it sounds like when somebody in Star Trek dies, we're like, no, 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 we saw the person die, we saw the character die, they are dead. However, in Star Trek, they're not guaranteed, they're
Necessarily.
Star Trek dead. It's like a never
Yeah,
say never.
Star Trek dead.
So she's
They're
not
looking at the
saying
koala.
she's
only
not saying there's
mostly
any
dead.
glimmer of hope. She's just saying, hey, that happens all the time. People think they're done with their character or their show, and it
Mhm.
pops back up suddenly. So
Well,
I don't know. What do you guys
and
think?
we have read before, previously,
Mhm.
that she's been
On Star
approached
Trek, The Next Generation.
to she has been approached to do follow-up series after Picard. She just hasn't had the right story yet. So, again, I think
Prodigy.
that's more hopeful than again and again.
Yeah.
I think that's more hopeful than not hopeful.
Yeah. I think too, there's a lot of different ideas about what legacy is or might be. And because there's a legacy that's just like more TNG stuff, and then there's a legacy that's like this. These guys.
Mhm.
And a rapscallion named Jack Crusher. But
That
so
was fun.
I think there's definitely different odds for different permutations of that idea.
Oh,
You
you
know, I
have a
think
Led Zeppelin shirt on.
I do have a Led Zeppelin shirt on.
Oh,
That's
cool.
so
Let's
cool.
Okay, let me
see
ask
it.
you this
So
question.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Let me ask you
man.
this question.
Yeah, Matt.
What if let's say we get the first season of Starfleet Academy.
Okay, I think
And
we
it
will.
does- and it does
We will.
And there
But
and
Yeah,
there
okay,
I don't know.
what
there's
if
greenlit
what
for a
if
second season too.
Exactly.
true. Okay, so what if it doesn't resonate well?
Good question.
Do you think at that point does legacy become an option to look at? Or is it
If you
like
were asking me, I would say that if it flops hard, then legacy becomes more likely than if it doesn't flop. But I still think it's hovering around 0%.
yeah.
It's a long shot.
But I don't know. This is just my gut. Now, remember, these shows were never even going to happen, 10 years ago.
Exactly.
There was no chance. Rick Berman had his era. Gene Roddenberry had his era. Now there's the Alex Kurtzman era. What if Alex Kurtzman has his moment,
Mhm.
shows end in a few years, and then a new person takes over, and they say, "Hey, I won't really want to do Legacy."
Mhm.
Let's say Cheryl Crow pops up, and she's like,
Cool.
I'm tired of singing my songs.
All
Yeah.
I
I
wanna
wanna,
do is
I'm
have
a big
some
Star Trek
fun.
fan. Yeah, I
Yeah,
want them
I
to
right?
be
got a
Yeah.
fun.
feeling.
I'm not the only one, right? That's what she's gonna say. I don't even know if
Right.
that's what her voice sounds like, but whatever.
It's
And
really
then
good.
she's like, I was a real big fan of the possibilities of Legacy.
Mhm.
Let's make some phone calls.
Right.
So you never know. Like it could just be the current regime, the current group, the current,
For
secret
sure.
hideout, whatever. And then, so in that case, it's certainly very possible,
Hmm.
but right
Mhm.
now, as things stand, I don't feel like it's going to happen, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, especially with
Yeah.
2 shows in production, potentially for another season for Strange New Worlds.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Because
Well,
this
and it's
because they're filming 4, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they're currently on
Strange New
four.
So
Worlds is
yeah.
filming
So
for.
so
Yeah.
even if they get picked up for 5, that's still 2 shows in production, which seems to be a lot for Paramount right now.
For live action, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say it's difficult to speculate on the future Trek or the
The
future
future,
any
Conan.
shows
Yeah.
while Paramount is still in flux.
Exactly.
Totally.
Yeah.
100%. Yes. What a
Soon
time to be
as
alive, man.
soon as
It's
that
so
settles, I
confusing.
think we'll have a
It is.
better idea of where Trek stands.
Agreed.
Yes, because
Yeah.
I think you're going to get, once the merger goes through, then obviously, Skydance is going to have ideas for how they
Mm,
think that
Right.
Paramount CBS should be
yeah.
run. So, and
Yeah, because they might be like, whoa, you guys are doing a bang up job. We just wanted to get on board. Or they're going to be like, hey, you guys are the worst. Get out of here. We have new plans. So who knows?
Yeah. Or
Mm,
the one dude, David is his name, I think.
yeah,
yes.
David
It
Ellison.
could be like, I love the movies so much. Star Trek
Exactly.
2009. Let's do those again.
Hmm.
So we don't know
Yeah.
what the future holds.
Yeah.
But personally, I still love the idea of an anthology, a
Me
Star
too.
Trek
Me too. Well,
anthology
they were talking
Me
show.
too.
about doing that, weren't they? Remember when they were
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
Yeah.
years ago? They're always
Hmm.
talking about stuff for like so long, like teasing us with it. But
Hmm.
I think it might have been Alex Kurtzman himself was talking
Hmm.
about an anthology series in which every episode is its own story,
Yeah.
catching up with a favorite character from before. Like
I love
this
So
is
that.
the
cool.
Miles O'Brien episode, or
Yeah.
the O'Brien's
Mm.
family, or
Ugh.
this is the
Hmm.
Tuvok episode, or
Yeah.
something like that. And it
Yeah.
just kind of goes. I
Oh,
think
this
that's
is the
what
Jake
he,
Sisko episode. Oh.
yeah, I think that's what he
Yes.
hinted towards or said like a few
Yeah.
years ago, right?
Oh
I'm not
yeah.
imagining.
Yeah. That was definitely being tossed around.
Well, they should
Oh.
catch it.
I know, right?
Indeed. Right?
Ah.
Too many balls in the air.
Well, live chat, what would you rather have?
Yeah.
An anthology show
Hmm.
or Star Trek
Mm.
Legacy as currently suggested and constructed?
Mm.
An anthology show in which
Hmm.
you get every week, you get visited by an old friend, a different old friend, a good catch-up moment, or just a straight up, next generation type of show where you've got a new ship, a new crew, and half of them you already know,
Hmm.
right? We
Hmm.
know these people, and then they would obviously fill out the crew a little bit more with new characters and
Yeah.
stuff.
Hmm.
It's kind of what they did for Peter David's New Frontier
Right.
What's
series.
Hmm.
that? I don't know that.
So Peter David, who is he's also a famous comic book writer, created New Frontier
He's
where
amazing.
he brought in like one-off or two-off characters from Next Generation and put them all on a ship. So like Robin Leffler
Nice.
is the chief
So
engineer.
it's a book series.
Yeah. Dr. Solar
Fun.
is the CMO.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
great.
Elizabeth Shelby is the first officer.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said
It's
Elizabeth Shelby. Remember Commander Shelby? She's the first
Yeah.
officer.
a
Who's the captain?
Captain Calhoun.
Yeah, different guy.
Is
Mackenzie
that-
Calhoun? He's an original character that Peter David created for the book.
I feel
series.
like I read one of those books.
Mhm.
Yeah, he comes from a planet where he was actually a warlord on this planet, helped liberate his planet.
Oh,
And
right.
Picard comes to the planet to like kind of facilitate the peace between the two races. And in the course of that, Calhoun's like, I'm bored now. I've done what I needed to do. And so
And isn't
Picard's like,
he old?
No, he was
Like
actually very
gross
young when he
old.
did this.
Okay.
But then also Jelico makes an appearance, and Calhoun and Jelico have a very feisty relationship with each other. So
Mhm.
it's quite entertaining. Yeah. Jelico hates Calhoun because Calhoun he's a bit of a
Jelico
rogue.
hates
so.
everyone.
That's amazing.
That's what we love about him.
But we love him.
gets
We
it.
do love him.
You do love him.
Do you remember seeing that episode for the first time and being like, this guy is the worst person who ever lived?
Yes,
You know?
but then as time went on, we're like,
Sure.
but I
Oh.
really like him now.
Yeah.
Like how
because I-
Melissa's
man.
always like Gul Dukat the most.
Nice.
Like that's how we feel about
Yeah.
Jelico now.
Yeah. It's wild. It's really wild.
Yeah. Oh my
He doesn't have
gosh.
time to give Will Riker or anyone a chance. Don't
Nice
make
delivery.
me confine you to quarters.
Ooh, you
That
in
was-
trouble.
I still remember. I
fish out of the
can't wait to
ready
see this
room.
one again on the seventh rule. But I remember that he clearly forgot a line in one of the scenes. Jelico did.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Ooh,
and shout out to Ronnie Cox, amazing actor.
Mhm.
But
Oh yeah.
it happens.
you can tell, like, and I don't mean like it escaped him completely. I mean he
Mhm.
lost it for a second, and then it came back because
Yeah.
in his delivery, he's like he had kind of had a lot of techno babble lines.
Yeah.
He's saying, "No, I want a 3 shift for whatever," and then I can't remember. I think he's talking to Riker, and he goes like this. He's like blah 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 blah, and then he goes,
Yeah.
I want, and then there's like this little pause
Yeah.
where he does the motion, but the words don't come out.
Mhm.
And then he thinks about it for a second, and then it comes out, and you can see it. And it's this great moment. I remember seeing that like way back in the day. I was like, whoa, he
Yeah.
forgot his lines. You
Yeah.
can't trick me. But
I
they're
love
like,
that.
yeah, whatever, it's good enough. Because he played it off well.
Totally.
Obviously, great actor.
Totally.
but-
Felt real. He's also wonderful. He plays a great heel on Stargate too.
I was just gonna say,
Really?
yeah.
Oh
yep,
yeah.
Yep, he is
Yeah.
very
Who is not
very
an-
punchable.
But
in
Yes.
he
Stargate.
wasn't necessarily wrong in some
No,
of the
no,
stuff
that's the
that
difference,
he was
yeah.
addressing to the
Totally.
crew.
Totally.
But see, he's a foil though, because he's not what we're used to, right?
Exactly.
He comes in and he
Right.
shakes up the
Right.
norm that we're used
Yeah.
to for the past 6 seasons, and
And
so we're like,
right.
"Oh, he's a jerk face. He's stupid. We
Yeah.
hate him.
Exactly.
Go
Hate
away."
him.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey,
Yeah.
try
taking-
wear a uniform.
And taking Livingston out of the ready room, I felt was like a
Unforgivable.
personal. It was I like and I
An
took that
affront.
personally. Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a Michael Jordan quote right
Yes,
there.
it was.
Very nice.
Mm,
okay,
Jelico
so-
hates fish, is what Badger says.
Maybe he just wanted to cook them. He's like, let's bring this to
No
the
way.
chef real quick.
Yeah.
No
Ew.
way.
Okay,
Little side of
so
rice there.
the point is,
Oh.
Jelico is top 3 Star Trek
Yes.
captains.
Mhm.
Like
Ra-
ever?
Rachel Garrett is one,
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
and then that's it. We only got one left, and we got to decide. I can eliminate some. I can,
So Jelico, Rachel Garrett, and
Who are the
then
other ones?
Captain Picard Cisco.
Oh,
just getting rid of them.
No, those
Sorry.
that they're
Cisco.
the number
Oh,
3.
they're the one. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Captain Benjamin
Cisco.
Picard Cisco, Jean-Luc
Picard, Cisco.
Lafayette.
What do you have against Janeway?
Her captain skills, her acting acumen, her lack of charisma. No, I'm just kidding. You're like, wow,
I
you're
need to
tearing her
see
apart.
that.
No, I'm
All
just
of
I
a
was
kidding.
like, what's
I have
happening?
nothing. I
The
have
chat
nothing
has
against.
turned on us.
I have
But
nothing
just
against
because-
Janeway. I have nothing against Kirk. I have
Mhm.
nothing against Archer.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just
I have a hard. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, but just because somebody is a favorite doesn't mean you dislike the ones that are not
Right.
favorites.
Exactly.
Sure.
right.
Yeah.
That's always something with Star Trek fans that they do more than anything else in the world. It's like anytime you compliment one thing, they're like, "Whoa, what about
Yeah.
Baylana? He
Yeah.
forgot about Baylana Rores. Where's Tom Pubis? You have to be friends with them."
Yeah.
That voice is great.
Get so mad. Anyway,
I always feel like the
Alright.
best captain is whatever show I'm watching
totally.
at the time. You
When
know.
I'm
Yeah.
watching Enterprise, I'm like, oh my God,
Except,
Archer,
yeah.
get
As
me.
yeah. He's
You
yeah.
get me.
Oh boy.
Oh,
But he's also doing the
Oh.
best he can with
Well
what he
played, Ryan,
has,
well
right?
played.
Well, yeah, and he's really is carving out that frontier,
Yeah.
and he's the reason for the rules that we have
Yeah,
going
exactly.
forward into the future.
Exactly. Yeah,
He's not
that-
going to get it perfect, which is great.
That's sort of
Okay.
like manifest destiny, kicking the door down thing is like it had to happen. We had to see that. Sorry, Ryan.
Right.
No, not at all. Leb D in the live chat says Rachel Garrett from the Section 31 movie. So I can
No.
say a strong, harsh, vehement no to that without hurting anybody's feelings because she wasn't a captain in that movie.
Yes.
Right.
That's right.
That's the only
Right.
reason.
She was a captain.
She was like a lieutenant in that one. Rick Garrett says he agrees with Jenny. And so does Greg Kenzo. I think it's about your best captain is the one I happen to be watching at the time. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
because sometimes I'll be like, no, it's definitely Picard. And then I see Janeway do things and I'm like, dude.
What about Cisco?
Yeah, him too. I'm just jumping around.
He's Lafayette, Cisco. You
We
better.
forgot that she doesn't like Deep Space Nine.
Oh my
right?
God,
Oh,
no.
that's right. I don't like it. Well, did we figure out if
I
she
love
disliked it
it.
or hated it? Like, is it like she
Oh
just
my
doesn't like it, or is it
God.
if
Are
it's
you
like a
kidding me?
visceral, like makes her physically
Oh,
ill?
my
Oh,
heart.
she's covering her mouth that makes her physically ill.
My heart breaks.
When you see it, I'm sorry.
No,
Well,
I
we
can like
love it.
think about when I think about the promenade video that Doug Drexler showed us and we like walked through and it made my heart like feel
Yeah,
like
that was awesome.
mushy, like
Mm.
because it's such a wonderful place with wonderful
Mhm.
people and memories.
Yeah, so why do you hate it? That's what I'm
Don't hate
saying.
it.
It's
What's
weird.
wrong with you?
We
John
just like
Orchiola
giving
and
you a hard time.
yeah, John Orchiola in the live chat said he's going to write an article
Oh
about
no,
how
he's gonna
horrible,
pile on.
how toxic fandom is when Jenny R. Johnson hates Deep Space Nine, but she paints beautiful paintings of it anyway.
No, you can't say that.
Oh,
I'm
see,
gonna
he
get
just-
people are
He
gonna
just
come
went in the
for
live
me.
chat and just said Jenny hates Deep Space Nine.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's start one more rumor and then we can move forward.
No.
Okay.
Matt Boardman has a legitimate problem with Tuvok. Like he's just like every time he says something, I feel like I could say it
Dude,
better. That's what Matt said.
Dude, Matt,
I
what
know.
are
Oh,
you
jeepers.
doing?
Listen, it all started with that time that he made me comb the desert.
Yeah. Well, did you
We
find
ain't
anything?
found shit.
No, we ain't found shit.
Anyway,
Oh my
all right.
gosh.
we'll do a rumor from Melissa too.
Yeah,
So
you already
Melissa,
started one
what's it?
that I love Gold Ducat.
That's right.
Oh, well,
Oh.
that's a true statement. And you always shipped
No.
Kira and Gul Dukat because you thought that you didn't think she was good enough for him, but you still wanted him to fix her.
The old enemies to lovers trope.
Yeah, she wanted Dukat to fix her and stuff. Melissa's
interesting.
favorite
Fix her?
scene was that Spike scene in the cave where
It was pretty
where
good.
where
That was
Kira
pretty
pegged
good.
him.
Mhm.
Kira didn't peg him. She pulled it out.
Yeah, after.
She pulled it out and then laughed at him.
Exactly. Oh, it hurts. It really hurts. Get it out. Get it out.
Anyway,
Oh,
it's all
Even
true.
funnier if this thing's not even on.
whose middle initial is P?
Maybe yours.
No.
Okay, so back to work,
E?
everybody. It's a
Why?
ooh, boy. We have some rather spicy news items. We'll skip that one. Woo, that was a close one.
What?
Okay, so this
Wait,
is
what?
from a website called facebook.com. Oh, that's fun. Facebook.com. Trek Central
Oh,
says Strange New Worlds and SpongeBob BTS. I don't know what that means. Go behind the scenes on that very Strange New Worlds crossover with SpongeBob for Paramount Plus, including bloopers. Meanwhile, we're imagining a season 3 release date soon.
That's a little,
Seriously.
There's a little shade in that.
Imagination.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's amazing.
It
So I never
is.
really watched SpongeBob SquareButt. Was it ever any good?
Me neither.
Everybody liked it for
I
some reason.
never.
I was
That was past my
too
time.
old and also didn't smoke enough weed in that window of time.
Weed.
Because it's sort of like either you were a kid or you were not a kid, but like, yeah,
Was not a kid
yeah.
So was it
with SpongeBob.
I'm
No,
not a
but also
girl.
then if you weren't a kid, then you probably were smoking a decent amount of weed too.
So it was one of
No.
those shows where it's like adults could enjoy it if they got high.
I mean, honestly, I think it's pretty funny anyway, but like I just never watched it. Yeah.
How do you know it's funny?
I don't know. Seems pretty funny.
Okay.
He's hilarious. He's square. He's ridiculous looking.
Yeah.
He's got hilarious looking friends. Have you seen Patrick Starfish? Have you seen him? Or Patrick Star. See, I don't even know their names.
Patrick.
Yeah. I just know the ones that were in the trailer thingy.
Yeah.
Well,
Why they
and
were
I
poor.
do know that I did hear the song often.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Pineapple under the sea.
Pineapple under the sea.
Square butt.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
it was like Ren and Stimpy vibes, but like less dark.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what it seems
I know
like
it's
to
funny
me.
because I look at it and I'm like, ah, this is stupid. It's all da 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 da. And then
Yeah.
I think back to the cartoons that I used to watch. Like,
Yeah.
I know Ryan's not a fan, but I used to love Ren and Stimpy. And then there
Yeah.
was another one, Rocco's
didn't?
Modern Life, that I
Yeah,
watched.
exactly.
You know, it's like all
Exactly.
those weirdly drawn cartoons that
Yeah.
were kind of gross and silly all at the
Yeah.
same time. And then you get to be an adult and you look at it and you're like, ugh.
Although to be
Never
fair,
watched
that
those.
remember Log?
Oh, I love Log.
There's nothing better than Log. Like still to this day.
Log?
It's better than bad. It's good.
Yeah. Log rolls downstairs, a loner in pairs rolls over your neighbor's dog.
It fits on your back. It's great for its snack. It's log, log, log.
It's Log, it's Log, it's big,
Log,
it's heavy,
big,
it's
heavy,
wood.
it's wood.
It's
Log,
Log, it's better than
better than bad. It's good.
everyone
Its
wants
face
a
is
log.
great.
Come on and get your log.
Come on and get your log.
You're gonna
Yep.
love it. Log, 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 log.
Your
Yeah.
captain's
God, it
log.
keeps going.
Oh man.
Oh,
Nothing better than log.
what a nightmare.
I have not seen that either.
They
Yeah,
have
we're
some
missing
great
out.
fake commercials. But yeah, anyway,
Yeah.
so SpongeBob, yeah, I mean it's not it's not too much far off from that kind of silliness, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Hmm.
From
Yeah.
Logger.
They live in Bikini Bottom.
Interesting.
Yeah. Clancy Brown is one of the
Bikini Bottom.
voices.
Oh, is that the guy whose friends were like Pigpen and stuff like that?
No, Clancy Brown.
And Lucy and Linus? Oh,
No,
he's Snoopy.
Clancy Brown.
Oh,
Clancy.
the
Clancy.
sci-fi writer.
No, the actor.
Oh, that's
Oh, the
Tom Clancy.
Kurgan in Highlander. There could be only
Kur
one.
Kurgan?
He was in Starship Troopers as well.
What's
I
that?
have inside me blood of kings.
Yes.
Ew, what?
Yes. Did you
Like
know that
for
Queen did the whole
breakfast?
soundtrack for Highlander?
Really?
Who
Yeah.
wants to live
Here we are,
forever?
born to be kings. Yeah, we're the princes of the
Who did
universe.
that?
Queen.
Oh yeah.
Queen,
Oh,
yeah.
Queen. Okay.
Yeah.
You
Wow,
know
we
those
are way
songs.
off topic, guys.
Who
Yet
wants to
again,
live forever?
Yeah, I love
I
So-
it. I
love
love
that
it.
one. I love that
everybody,
one.
the point that they're trying to
It's
make
the point.
is, well, I'll show you the point. Jesus, take
There's
the wheel.
bloopers.
All right.
What?
Chase Masterson
Where are the bloopers?
preferred being a recurring actor on Star Trek for a good reason. This is from slashfilm.com.
Oh, we
Yep.
do like Chase Masterson.
Oh,
Yeah, but
we do.
this is interesting.
Hmm.
Star Trek Deep Space Nine only had 8 central cast members listed as its regulars in the opening credits. But by the end of the 7th and final season, it had no fewer than 30 members in its ensemble. Like on The Simpsons, all of the supporting players on Deep Space Nine expanded as the series went on, with many of them getting story arcs of their own. Actors like Andrew J. Robinson, Penny Johnson Gerald, Mark Alimo, Max Grodenchik, Aaron Eisenberg, Louise Fletcher, and Jeffrey Combs may have only technically played recurring characters, but they were just as important to the sweeping narrative of Deep
Mhm.
Space Nine as the main cast.
Jeffrey Combs alone played at least 20 of those 30 characters. And he's Canadian.
Okay, so here's what Chase Masterson
Jenny.
said. She's an Edmonton ite.
See, I didn't know that.
No, she's
Chase
not.
Masterson?
I didn't know that. What?
She's from
from
Edmonton. How do you
Colorado.
not know your fellow? Yeah, she's not
Oh.
Canadian at all. It's funny though, Jenny always falls for it. She's an Edmontonian. You didn't
yes.
know? She's always like,
Oh my.
go Oilers. You
What
know?
a good time. What a good time.
Go Oilers.
I mean, they're there.
Yep. She says, quote, Deep Space Nine was so well written that there wasn't really an issue of main characters without much to do. Indeed, one of the strengths of the show was that our writers created an entire world in which the audience got to know individuals who weren't always in the spotlight, just as you would if you were living in that world. Completely apart from the fact that I was one of those individuals, I always respected that about the show.
Mm.
It is
That's
interesting
amazing.
that. Sorry, go ahead, Matt.
Oh, no, go ahead.
It is interesting that sometimes you'll see people freak out more when a guest is announced to a convention. The guest is like not a series regular,
Mhm.
but they freak out more for that non-series regular than for the actual series regular sometimes. Like if you say, for example, Andy Robinson, they're like, oh my God, Garrick, I got
Yeah.
woo, or
Yeah.
Jeffrey Combs, and then they go like, I can't name any names or Melissa will get mad. And they're like, yeah, whatever. But
What?
I'm
Main
just saying,
cast so and so, and they're like, whatever.
yeah, I'm just saying that it's really interesting that I think Deep Space Nine is the only show in which they name a recurring character and people freak out for that one way more than you would expect for a recurring character.
Oh, Right.
It's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome.
So here's another quote of hers. There are other reasons that being a recurring character rather than a series regular worked for me. I got a lot of experience playing a wide variety of different roles on other shows during the run of Deep Space Nine that I wouldn't have had if I were a series regular, including a grieving mother on the Emmy-winning episode of ER, a recurring role on UPN's Live Shot, co-host of NBC's Saturday Night at the Movies with Ryan Seacrest. Oh, that's cool. A guest star on Sliders, Showtime Nighttime, which I did for a year on Showtime, and Sci-Fi Entertainment, which I hosted on the Sci-Fi Channel. Wow, she did a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah. And Sliders has another Star Trek connection.
Actually, two.
Jerry O'Connell
Ransom.
and Gimli.
Yes,
John
Rhys
Rhys
Davies.
Davies
Mhm.
was in
Oh my
Voyager
gosh.
as Leonardo da
Yes.
Vinci.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes. That is awesome. Fun.
Yeah.
love
Oh, I
that.
didn't
All
realize
right.
she did a decon chamber interview.
Who's that? Oh,
Yeah.
Chase?
Yeah,
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
We do love Chase.
we do.
And
Ooh.
what's new with Decon Chamber, by the way? I haven't checked them out in a
They've
while.
just
What's their
been
story?
chugging
Yeah,
along.
they've
They've had
They've
some
been
good
doing
guests
watch
on.
parties too. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Have they?
fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's cool.
So somebody asked, is this from Decon Chamber?
No, it's not.
Okay, I was
It's
just checking to make
actually
sure.
from StarTrek.com.
Oh, our favorite website.
Ah.
Yeah,
I like them.
but it from a long
No
time ago.
pop-ups.
But
Hey, that's true.
Yeah.
this person just wrote it today. So
Wow.
That's awesome. That's super cool.
Oh, here's something fun. Let me see if I can find something fun for us real quick. Not that this hasn't been loads of fun talking about SpongeBob SquareButt for 28 minutes.
Mhm.
well,
But-
and then we did get some legacy stuff, and it's been productive,
Absolutely.
kinda.
But no, definitely. But
I feel like we've
wanted
been
to
very self-aware and have
check
brought ourselves
something.
back very well
Yes.
when we've gone off topic.
No, I guess it's not out yet. I was looking for an announcement that would have possibly been put out there on social media, but I'm not seeing it,
An
unfortunately.
announcement.
Yeah.
Is it possibly the same announcement that I got in my email
Oh, maybe. What's that announcement?
regarding Star Trek Las Vegas and an
Oh.
exclusive bid that's happening for
Ooh.
VIP tickets?
Wow. Ooh.
Oh, that's
Okay,
cool.
well,
No,
I
it
will
wasn't
not
that,
be
but that
bidding.
sounds good.
Was that wait?
It just came out not well at 3, but now it's it's later than 3.
Anyway, I think there'll be some pretty big
Yeah.
news happening. I guess maybe tomorrow on the Creation Entertainment social media. So definitely keep your eyes peeled. Not literally. Ouch for that.
Ouch.
Can you imagine
You know
if somebody
what
got one of those
else?
like orange
don't
peel
want-
things and
don't-
like
no.
and just like sliced
Why?
shaved
Why?
off
Why?
your eyelid
Why?
and or the eyeball, and then with the other one they got
Are
a
you
cheese
just saying
grater.
these things? Stop
Ah,
saying
shabba-dabba-
these things.
shabba-dabba-dabba.
Well, what would be worse, the carrot
No,
peeler
that's-
thing, or
What's
what, or like
wrong
or
with
like
you?
a
That thing is
or like a
dull, man.
cheese grater?
Well, that
Hey,
hurts
I-
too. But you know what else
Oh.
hurts?
I don't-
Is tape
there's-
on the skin, and then you rip
Tape.
it off.
What on the skin?
Tape.
tape,
No, tape on the skin is fine. I do it all. That's normal.
duct
Normal
tape.
looking
Put
like
it
duct
on
tape.
your eyebrows,
Leave it
And then
there.
you-
No.
take it off. and
Yeah.
rinse.
Oh, when was the last time you had tape kind of things on you, Melissa?
Ooh.
Well, recently it hurt.
Oh. I understand.
Mhm.
But my skin is sensitive, so
Ooh, Linda Anderegg says, "Stop, Ryan. I just had that done to my eyes, and I liked it."
Oh, very good. Linda Anderegg, congratulations on your second cataract surgery.
Yeah.
Please tell us that
Yeah.
it went well and everything is successful and you are now in the healing process and that you can see more clearly. But on top of that, you don't have that like that yellowish dinge, right? That's what it is. It's a
Yeah.
yellowish dinge and then it becomes
Or
pitch
worse.
bright and beautiful.
This is how Ryan shaves, Mr. Holmes says.
With a cheese grater.
The cheese grater.
Ouch. That would
Or maybe
hurt.
with the peel, the lemon.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like the one that you like in the zester, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
The little bitties. Like the yeah.
man.
We need to stop talking about this.
Maybe.
That
Or we
hurts.
come up
People
with
are
other painful
sad.
things. Okay.
How about not painful things? How about a wonderful, let's all imagine we're on the bridge of the Enterprise D and you can smell the carpet. And you can hear the thrum of the engine. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Jenny's there all by herself.
I love it. I don't even care.
It's great. It was wonderful.
watch.
I'm sitting
Just
cross-legged
to
on the
watch.
floor.
He totally
Like-
went to her happy place right there.
Oh,
That's
that was
Yes,
amazing.
great.
she sure did.
I'm not
It
always very
was
good at
great.
visualization, but that I can do.
That was
Microplane.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
right.
it. The
We do
microplane.
also
Mhm.
we also have this one. Okay, well let's jump into this one. Here we go. This one this is from everybody's favorite website, fandomwire.com.
Ooh.
Oh,
How many pop-ups?
I don't
Oh.
know.
They're still happening.
There's only pop-ups, no pop-ups on StarTrek.com.
Yeah.
That's why
All
we
the
love
other
them the
ones
best.
have pop-ups.
Mhm.
Jonathan Frakes on infamous $67 million Star Trek movie. Quote, it failed because many important scenes just got cut to bits. Jonathan
He is
Frakes
not
knows why the
wrong.
final Star Trek TNG film failed to attract audiences, and it's not just the weak storytelling and visual effects. Wait, that's it? So he thinks that if it was
That
just
was
like
just the headline.
30 minutes longer, that like people would have loved it?
I think if it
Yeah,
was edited
I'd watch it.
differently,
I'd be down.
you know, not so
He-
much. Go ahead.
no, well, he speculated that it was because they focused too much on the villain rather than the main crew.
Mhm.
And the audiences couldn't connect as much to the villain. I mean, that's usually
But the title is
they've
Nemesis.
spent-
It's about
Right.
him.
Yeah, but
Right.
like,
And Tom Hardy's a good actor, and I love
Yes.
Ron
He
Perlman, and I was in
was.
love
Yeah.
with the scimitar ship. And then
No.
yeah, the Remans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it when I watched it. I
I
really
was like, ooh, dark.
enjoyed it. Because I like Tom Hardy's portrayal of
Mhm.
And
of the
we
villain.
already knew the TNG cast. We don't need to be but I'm
Right.
not saying
yeah,
I
but we
disagree. I'm
wanted
just
to
saying I
see
understand.
them.
Yeah, I sure did.
Yeah.
But I
Like-
predicted that Data
Like,
was going to
have
die.
you heard Gates talk about the movie? She's like, was I in that?
That's
Because
hilarious.
she's basically not. Like,
Right.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
And he was talking about the wedding.
You
Yeah.
guys.
Even
You
that
guys-
got shredded.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw Will Wheaton back in the wedding. I remember that was so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, you guys, the Matt Boardman tells us that Aaron J. Waltke is in the live chat right now. Now, the unfortunate thing, Aaron Waltke, we love having you here, but you got to do something newsworthy for us to talk about you. So, up next
But
from Variety.com,
dun, 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 dun.
Wings of Fire animated series at Amazon sets Aaron Waltke as showrunner. This just happened, you guys. Can you believe it?
Yay!
Can we be probably not the first? It's probably way too late for that, but one of the first to say a hearty and heartfelt congratulations to you, Aaron Waltke. Much deserved. I can only imagine the writer's room full of people are going to be so happy
Right?
to work with you because you're such a fun fellow. You know your stuff. so well. You're so good to be around. Congratulations. They made the right choice in choosing you as
Absolutely.
showrunner. That is so freaking
Yeah.
awesome.
And I'm
That is so awesome.
oh, and I'm so excited to see what you do with it.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's an animated show. There's like fantasy aspects. Like it's really exciting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have to
Aaron
tune in now.
Waltke in the live chat. Can you give us one exclusive bit of information about this new project? It could be the most minuscule. It could just be that on your first day at work, you're going to wear a blue Star Trek shirt. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Or you could tell us the main character's name or anything, or the amount of
Yeah.
episodes that the series is going to be. Anything. Just one thing that we don't know about the show. It should be easy. He's like, oh, great. Why did I even show up?
Every time.
I can't just hang out and say hi to my friends.
Why did I picture a blue Hawaiian Star Trek shirt?
I totally
He
did.
like
shows
that.
up in?
Cool.
I love that.
It says
idea.
Coco No No on it.
I like that, yeah.
The little
If
drinks.
you look close, it's got a Murph
designs.
print.
Oh my gosh. That's
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah, I like
Okay.
that.
So while
Oh,
he's
lovely.
coming up with these exclusive deal breaking, what are those things? Breaking news? I don't know the
Breaking news,
technical
yeah.
lingo.
Mhm.
It's something cool.
Breaking news. Yeah. Or I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot
As,
takes.
as he said, hot off the presses.
I know.
Ooh,
That's
he
the
said
thing.
yeah,
Okay.
gonna be
that
He
too.
says, this is it, you guys. This is it. This is the
Okay.
exclusive from Aaron J. Waltke, showrunner. He says, it's going to be animated really well. Epic fantasy. Think Lord of
Screaming.
the Rings.
Screaming, crying, throwing up.
Lord
So excited.
of the Manor.
Don't throw up. You could
So
cry.
I promise I won't throw up.
Disagree, but don't throw
I'm
up.
so excited. Like,
Oh, man alive. This is going to be great. We love Lord of the Rings, Aaron. Melissa doesn't care about it, but I think Matt and Jenny and I love it.
I love it. Absolutely love
We
it.
love it.
More rumors. More rumors.
I actually might secretively be a bigger Lord of the Rings fan than Star Trek fan.
I don't think that's so much of a secret.
Oh,
I try
good.
not to pit my fandoms against each other.
I do.
Hmm.
It's fun.
Do you have them leg wrestle against each other?
Oh, that's funny though.
Gimli
That's funny.
versus Jean-Luc.
Oh man.
Oh, that
That's
would be Gimli.
insanely exciting.
Gimli would destroy that guy
Mhm.
and then drink his tea, throw his cup on him.
Oh my god.
That still counts as one.
That is deliberate.
Cisco would survive in Lord of the Rings, I think.
Depends on who he's maybe against Mary, maybe against Pimpin, but not against Legolas or Aragorn
Oh.
or
Why not?
Sauron, anybody, because he would get destroyed.
Depends on what they were
I
doing.
don't know.
Probably
I think
fighting.
he's got.
Are they fighting? Are they like
Well, he
Swords play,
he punched Q.
casting
Yeah,
spells.
exactly.
You punched me.
Disco thinks
Jean-Luc
outside
never
the
punched me.
box.
Yeah.
And he's half a god.
Badger says Ryan
And
is
he's half a
Legolas.
god.
What about Aragorn? I thought Legolas was a little too surfy for me. A little too
Wait, what?
skateboardy.
What's the question?
Badger said Ryan is Legolas. That's a good one. That's a good
Hmm.
one. Or would you like me to get you a box? He says.
That was amazing.
What?
I love
Oh. Okay. Anyway, that's.
Corn?
I think. Yeah. You got us. All you have to do is say Lord of the Rings, and we go off. We've talked about SpongeBob SquareButt for way longer, though. Anyway. Oh. Dave Gregory says, like War of the Rohirrim, right? Because that was just recent. That was
haven't watched that
animated.
That's
yet.
right. I haven't watched that yet either. Thank you for reminding me.
Yes, thank you.
Totally
Mhm.
gonna
that's
watch
what-
this show.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
I'm excited for the new actual Lord of the Rings movie that's coming out in a year or two
Yeah.
that is directed and produced by what's his name?
What's his name?
Why can't I remember his name?
I can't either.
Andy Serkis.
That's it.
Yeah.
It is it.
That's
Man,
it.
that is gonna, and
Yeah.
he's gonna have like a lot of the crew back, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be like this is
The
it. This is,
the search the hunt for Gollum.
yeah, and it's gonna be
Yeah.
2 movies, I think.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
really?
You remember
Did I
The
not
Hobbit
know?
was supposed to be only a 2-movie thing,
Yeah.
but then he
Yeah.
just shot so much.
Hmm.
Peter Jackson was just like, dude, I have so much footage. It's basically 3 movies. So we got forced to give us a bonus movie, which I was fine with.
Oh, I want to visit New Zealand.
My God, me too.
That would be fun. Yeah.
It's so pretty.
Mhm.
Well, from the pictures, it looks pretty.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like nothing else. A little bit
Well,
like
that's why
England,
they
but
shot
yeah.
everything there and they were able to.
Exactly.
Okay, so Waltke, it continues. There's more to this story other than us just drooling. It says Waltke is no stranger to the world of animation. He is perhaps best known for his previous work. Wait, what? That's just a weird sentence. He is perhaps known. His previous work includes Guillermo del Toro's Troll Hunters, Tales of Arcadia at Netflix, for which he won a Daytime Emmy for Best Writing for an Animated Series in 2018.
Oh, good.
Mhm.
So
Remember
good.
2018, we were still in
Cool.
high school, you guys. It was a good year.
Yeah.
It continues. He was nominated for the show in the same category the following year. Waltke also served as showrunner on the spin-off series Wizards Tales of Arcadia, which was nominated for the Daytime Emmy for Best Animated Series and won the Kid Screen Award for Best New Series. Most recently, I think you know where they're going with this one, Waltke was a writer and co-executive producer on the critically acclaimed series Star Trek Prodigy, the first show in Star Trek franchise geared
Yay.
towards kids. And what a show it was. We're still buzzing
Yeah.
about it. 40 episodes. It's so
Yeah.
funny when people are always like, the Star Trek needs to go back to doing 20 episodes. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
Prodigy literally just did it right under your nose.
Exactly.
And it was gorgeous.
And brilliantly.
So good.
Oh
So freaking good.
man.
Yeah, I could go 7 more seasons with that
Right?
Prodigy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
I could.
Yeah.
So it continues.
Absolutely.
There are 15 books in the main Wings of Fire novel collection.
Oh, wow.
15. Wow. So this is a lot to pull from. With
Oh.
multiple supplementary books and a graphic novel version. First published by Scholastic in
Ooh.
2012, the books have sold over 27 million copies across the world and have been on the New York Times bestseller list for over 240 weeks.
Fantasy,
Ah,
baby. That's where it's at.
It
I
is.
love it. Oh, I can't wait. I want to see it now.
Yeah.
Get writing, Aaron.
It's gonna be dragons. Dragons.
I love dragons.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I bet you Aaron would be good at picking up the How to Train Your Dragon movie series, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because
Oh my
there's
God, yeah.
action, there's fantasy, but
Mhm.
it's kids, but it's also I remember that being pretty good.
I
Bet you he could
enjoyed
knock
that
that one out.
too.
Mhm.
Okay. Chris Marshall says Prodigy did it right.
Mhm.
Ain't that the truth? All right. So that's gonna be really cool. We're gonna be looking out
Yeah.
for that. Probably come out sometime in, July or so.
You didn't say which July.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, by the way, did everybody have an excellent May the 4th and a
Yes.
great Cinco de Mayo or Revenge of the 5th? Today, oh my goodness, I almost forgot. Today is a special day as well. Does anybody know what today is? Where is it?
Hmm.
It is. Here it is.
Sigmund Freud's birthday?
Hell yeah.
It is.
May the 6th be with you.
Oh!
Very clever.
Woo!
I love that.
May the 6th be with you. From Battlescar Dramatica.
Yeah.
So they finally get a day. It's like all these Star Trek days, there's all these Star Wars days.
Right?
Battlescar
Yeah.
Dramatica, people are like, hey, we get May the 6th then. We called it.
Yeah.
We called it.
Exactly.
So here's your mention, Battlestar. We like your show. We love Ronald D. Moore.
Yeah.
We love the writing team. We love all the actors in it. There are a lot of Star Trek actors in it, right, Melissa?
And art
Yeah.
department also.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And art department as well. VFX. Oh, what a
Yeah.
team.
Mm-hmm.
Great stuff.
It's a really good show.
It's so good.
Aren't they doing something else? Like, isn't there like
There was talk
another-
about a reboot of the reboot.
Yeah.
So,
Hear
but I don't
that
know
either.
I don't know what's going on with that.
Oh, I mean, they already had like things like Caprica. So I'm trying to think like
Right.
what
Yeah.
could they fill in? Because I don't want another
And-
reboot. I just want them to fill it
Right.
out
Blood
more,
and
but-
Chrome.
Right. Blood and Chrome was rad.
Ding 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 ding. Ding
Ah.
ding ding ding. I'm pointing
I
at
like
Matt
that.
Boardman, the Matt Boardman.
Oh.
All
Not on
right,
my
he's-
screen. It
Who
just looks
works
like you're
on Blood
pointing down.
and Chrome. Well, where is
How
he?
was that, Matt? Was it fun?
It was a blast. Absolutely loved it. From the moment that I walked in and I sat down and I got to start opening up the scenes and models from BSG and Caprica,
So
and I
cool.
was like, I just felt myself smiling the whole time, as you know, because it's like you watch these shows and you love them and like, oh, this is really cool, and then when you sit down and you're like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm actually like working on this. Like that's
Yeah,
pretty
that's
freaking
insane.
cool. You know what I mean? Like it's just, yeah, it was a lot of fun to work on.
That's so
I
cool.
just got to work with a lot of really cool people. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that I got to
Aw,
start off this little Hollywood thing that way.
That's a
That's so
great way to
cool.
start. You
I
guys,
love that.
we have breaking news.
More breaking news.
How long ago was it
Breaking
that I was
wind.
checking social media for an announcement? How long ago was that?
Oh, just a few 22, actually it was 21 minutes ago because it was 6:01 when I looked.
Because I'm seeing something that was announced 12 minutes ago. That's why I'm like, wasn't it just like, so it literally just happened a few minutes after we were looking for it.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I checked one more time because here it is, the big news announcement from a website called facebook.com. Creation Entertainment 12 minutes ago says, we're getting ready to announce our 100th guest soon for STLV Trek to Vegas 2025. Here's the clue. Are you guys ready for the clue? Reverser, restorer, reproducer. Reverser, restorer, reproducer. Or if you take out the REs and ERs, it's verse, store, produce.
Praduk, Picard.
Okay. First.
Jean Praduk Picard.
Tell us your guesses in the live chat and on the website, in the comments there too.
Um,
I'll give you the website, everybody, so you can make your guesses in the live chat. I bet you somebody in the live chat's going to guess it. I think I might have an idea who it might be.
I'm just gonna guess someone, but I don't know if it works for all three.
Reproducer.
Well, which one works for some of them?
Hmm.
No, I was thinking of O'Brien because he produces and reproduces. He's reproduced
Oh.
twice.
Bob D has an interesting one that I feel like
He
might
says,
be.
Bob D says LaForge, reverse thrust, restored enterprise, father.
Or reverse
Yeah,
the power
That's
couplings.
two.
Oh, like cufflings.
No, couplings.
Good one.
Couplings.
Linda Andreich says Jeffrey Combs.
Hmm.
So we gave you guys the website. Oh, wait, is that even the website? That's not even the website. It's just some weird thing. Okay, well, let's try it this way.
Wait, what?
I'm putting the website, the Facebook thing in the live chat so that they can
Reverse the polarity.
do
Reverse the
it.
polarity.
Who says that? Oh, Walter Ian K says reverse the polarity. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, John Davis
Could
says
be
Aaron's
wrong.
birthday. No, that's the 6th
No.
of January,
It's
right?
the 6th of January. It is.
But it is the 5 months since the 6th of January, so huzzah to whatever.
Yeah.
Am I not good at time? Time
Yeah.
is
That's okay. It happens all
time
the
is
time.
nebulous.
One time I was like, Melissa, you're 5 months younger than I am. And she's like, no, I'm 7 months. And we like couldn't figure it out forever.
But then it was like we were both kind of
No,
wrong,
you
but
were
kind
right.
of right.
No, I was wrong.
I was
You were totally right.
Oh,
And I was
No,
No,
right.
you were wrong at first. That's right.
That's
No,
amazing.
you were wrong at first. And then I said something. I corrected you. It was like, I like mansplained. I was like, no, it's this. And then you're like, no, actually, it would be this. That's right. And then you corrected me, my correction of
Right.
you, and you were right.
Then I mansplained you, and I got the
Better
right
than I could.
answer.
You see, Melissa,
That was so
mansplain
fun.
means man explaining.
Mm.
Did you send that picture recently?
You see, let me know if I could. We'll talk about it more offline.
Okay. I need more mansplaining, please.
It's
Okay.
splaining men.
It's splaining men. Hallelujah.
That's funny. It's good. Oh, what's this? Okay, so the Matt Boardman says he found the book series archive.org. Okay, so we're going to put this in the live chat as well for you, everybody. If you want to check out the book series that Aaron Waltke will be pulling from
Ooh.
for his new series.
Yeah. Dragons.
Lucia Raz says, if it is Sir Patrick, I am going from SpongeBob.
Damn
You
straight.
see, Ryan, I was just about to read that one.
Arg Scott says, Todd Stashwick. John Davis says, who played her?
Wait,
Who
what?
played who?
I don't know. Mr. Holmes says he'll be shooting the latest Avengers movie then.
Who?
Oh, Pickard?
Pickard?
Anyway.
I feel like
Jean-Luc?
it's a replicator. You're gonna have a replicator there.
Wait
Because
a minute.
replicators, they reverse, they restore, and they reproduce.
I mean, they do. It's true.
That's true. So it could be Geordie, but it could also be then O'Brien because he fixes all of those things.
But
But
didn't we
O'Brien
already-
has already been announced.
I was gonna
Oh,
say,
right. Yeah.
we already-
I was like, wait a minute.
man.
Jesus.
Did I
we
imagine
already-
that?
So
We already
who's a
announced him.
replicator?
Replicator isn't one of the things.
But Matt said a replicator does all three of those things. So
Oh,
who would
yeah.
a replicator be?
A
Jeffrey
replicator.
Combs.
That's true.
Ooh, or Brent Spiner.
Oh, that's true. Wayne.
Okay. So
mean-
anyway, while people make their guesses in the live chat, Daniel's Hot Topic says Star Trek Nemesis was awesome. I don't get why people hated it. Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you.
This guy gets it. Somebody,
I have
whoever
thoughts
lives nearest to him, buy him a beer. Seriously.
I
Aw.
have some feelings
I
about
enjoyed it.
Well, okay.
All right. What do you got, Matt?
Right. Oh, I was just gonna say,
I
my
know,
only thing
I
with
know.
Nemesis. I'll keep it brief since we're right on the 6:29 mark here. Is
But
that
we started late.
We did.
one of the things that it felt like it was an attempt to recreate Wrath of Khan, but one of the reasons why the Wrath of Khan
Mhm.
worked so well is because we had exposure to Khan from the original series,
Mhm.
right? They tried to do the
Mhm.
same thing with Into Darkness, and it didn't work because people who had never seen
Yeah.
Star Trek before, if you're trying to bring in new people, nobody had ever seen, Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan before, right? We were used to seeing Ricardo Montalban as Khan,
Yeah.
and so we brought him back, and so it had meaning to us.
Mhm.
I think for Nemesis to have worked more effectively, we should have been introduced to the plot to create a clone of Picard prior to this.
Yeah.
And I think if we had had that introduction in either a previous Next Generation movie or in the series, I think
Mhm.
they may have been more successful with the story that they were trying to tell here. And I'm not saying that Nemesis is horrible, right? I mean, there
Mhm.
are
Yeah,
some
sure.
really, there are some interesting moments in it. I mean, I absolutely love the Troy and Riker wedding. Um, I mean, Irving Berlin. I mean, you can't go wrong with Blue Skies. Am I right?
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
but for me, it was just like there wasn't as much of an emotional connection to see this bad guy who was
Yeah.
supposed to be a version of Picard that was rejected as a failed plan. I don't know. It
Mhm.
was an interesting choice.
It's interesting what Frakes said about like cutting out a lot of the sort of the stuff that had the character like our friends stuff because Insurrection was so much that, and I feel like they
Mhm.
kind of overcompensated to because Insurrection didn't do super well. I feel like they kind
Oh,
of, are
Yeah.
you making
right.
fun
True.
of me?
No. True.
Yeah, like so maybe they kind of
Which did you like better, Insurrection or Nemesis?
mean
All
Insurrection.
three of you guys. Okay.
Hmm.
Um, hmm. I liked Insurrection because it had Donna Murphy in it.
Mm.
And Data
And I
And
didn't
Data
loved
die.
her.
playing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Data didn't
Yeah.
die. I liked, yeah.
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 But it's hard to say because I do think I like really enjoyed watching Tom Hardy as an
Yeah.
actor.
Oh, oh,
From the Star Trek Vault, Facebook.com
yes.
gives us Mr. Rock, space adventurer from another planet.
This is
He's a
amazing.
different planet. He's
I
holding a
just
purse.
Why does he
I
look
like
like he
what it
should be at
says.
Santa's workshop
He's
making
Yeah.
so great.
toys?
I love it.
Fully
I like what it
jointed
says.
8-inch figure. Oh, here I am.
Look
Look
at his
at
little
my baggy
feet.
What is
pants.
he holding?
I'm holding my purse, damn you. And my lieutenant stripes.
I thought it was a Walkman of some sort or
Hmm.
like a radio or
I love that guy.
no. I just thought
That's
he
a
was
fanny
so
pack or
funny.
something.
Mm.
That's They got him from Wish.
What a little cutie.
Well,
All 8 inches
there
of
was
fully
more
jointedness.
there was more news to tackle, but we're out of time. Some of it was spicy
Spicy.
news
Spicy.
all over the internet,
Spicy news.
including a rebuttal.
Oh, oh my.
There
Oh
are
my.
accusations
Very
and
dramatic.
rebuttals. Unfortunately, the Golden
Mhm.
State Warriors playoff game is starting right now, so we are not going
Is it
over.
really already?
Yes, right now. Unfortunately. So let's talk about the week ahead very quickly. Yesterday on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel, we released our full review of, oh man, our 500th episode with Jonathan Frakes. It was so good. We reviewed Conundrum, one of my favorite episodes ever, one of the first episodes I'd ever seen. Tons
Oh.
of fun. Check it out right now. The full review with Jonathan Frakes is on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel. We talk about
It's
Conundrum. We talk
lovely.
about Riker. We talk about
Mhm.
his betting habits with D's, not T's. Bedding.
Amazing.
Not in the
Uh,
poker.
also, 2 days ago on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel, we released our full review of the Star Trek original series episode Wolf in the Fold with Walter Koenig. Every first Sunday of the month, Walter joins us for the original series review. This time it is Wolf in the Fold. Did I like the episode? Did Walter? Did Sirach, did all three of us not like it? Is that even possible? Yes. But did we? That's right. We didn't. So
Tune in to
check it
find
out.
out.
You
Watch
know,
the review. Be shocked and appalled. Or as somebody recently said, I am applaud at what I'm
Exactly.
seeing right here. Uh, okay. So then this coming Friday on the Virtual TrekCon YouTube channel, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, join us live for Star Trek and Chill. We're going to hang out. We're going to have a lot of fun. And we're going to talk some jive turkey. Then this coming Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern Time on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel, we've got our first segment review of, remember Wreck-It Ralph? What was that little girl's name in Wreck-It Ralph, the main
The
character?
little one with the dark
Wreck Me Ralph.
hair.
I like to call it Wreck Me Ralph, but then that
Oh,
takes a completely different.
oh,
then we don't want to talk
oh,
about
that's
little
oh,
girls.
For
No, well, no, but
Penelope?
I'm just saying it
oh.
was just sounded like a funny title. But anyway, the main
Penelope?
character in that show, this is actually her favorite Next Generation episode. The First Duty. The First Duty.
That was
I
That was
always
a lot of
think
work
of
to
the
get to
that
that.
was
first duty.
It's not worth the work, but whatever. So the First Duty, we have a very special guest joining us to review the first Duty. It is Will Wheaton, of course, joins us.
Wheaton.
Jenny, are you
Fantastic.
okay?
No, I'm not. This is
That's
crazy.
amazing.
So Will Wheaton joins
Oh,
us
I'm so
this
excited to see
Sunday,
this.
9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern Time on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel to review the First Duty. He's
13-year-old
awesome.
me
We
is
love
like,
him. I
damn.
know. Me
Duty.
too. All right, and that's it. Jenny, where can
Oh,
people
that's
find you
good.
and your goodies online?
Hey, you can find me at my website, jennyrjohnson.com. Whoa, you can check out my newsletter, which I did in fact send out on Sunday. But if you sign up, I'll send it out again. Anyway, you can also pop over to my shop where I have prints of my work. I am a painter. I make paintings. I probably, hopefully, by the time we're here again next week, we'll have this Wrath of Khan painting finished. Whoa, that will be crazy.
Oh.
Anyway,
Whoa.
also, also social media. I'm all over that place. Jenny Art Johnson Art. Find me.
Yarr.
Find me. Stay alive. I'll find you.
What about yourself, V Matt?
Come back. Come back.
No,
Well,
I am
if you want to check
applaud.
out some really cool Star Trek art, at least I like to think it's pretty cool, check out my ArtStation page and maybe stop by while you're at it on my YouTube page. You know, I'm putting up some videos for if you like Star Trek animations. I've got some fun ones in the works, and I can't wait for them to get out. I hope that they are cool. Well, no, I think they're cool, but I don't know if you're gonna think they're cool. And I'm sometimes lurking on the Facebooks and hitting you up with some Starship knowledge. Because if you think that dilithium is actual fuel, expect a little note from me.
What? And yourself, Melissa Longo.
You can find me at walkingartmadebymelissa.com. Sign up for my newsletter. There are things happening like this was finished recently. This is part one of a bracelet. And this one, it's not a thong. This one is in the works too. It should be done beating
That one
today.
is. No?
They're
Okay.
beautiful.
They are
Well,
beautiful.
thank you.
Like,
Thank you.
mm.
And then so sign up for my newsletter on social media. I'm at Melissa Longo, and on YouTube, Three Fat Lobsters, Virtual TrekCon, The Seventh Rule. Oh, and check out Trek Culture. I
Yeah,
was just
do
there.
it.
Yeah. You can listen on your favorite podcast place too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I listened on
The
Spotify
Seventh
today.
Rule?
The
Oh.
other favorite.
Everybody,
The
you can find me
platform.
online at Ryan TG Husk. Once again, that's at Ryan TG Husk, or just virtual TrekCon, the seventh rule, or Falling Tower on your favorite social media, but especially right here on YouTube. Melissa's reading the rebuttal because I put in our Zoom chat the one that started
Well,
off with like, I am a plod.
I
Okay.
was reading it earlier, and
Yeah.
then you put it
I
in.
am a plod.
I am
Plod
a
about
plot.
what?
That's it
Platypus?
for us, everybody. Thank you so much thank you for the super
Oh,
chat, Rick Garrett.
Aw.
The
Thank
guy's so cool,
you.
he has two
Thanks, Rick.
cool names.
Yeah.
And thank you to Mr. Holm, on B, Robert Kaiser, Joshua Reeve, Chris Marshall, Dave Gregory, Lucia Raz, Rick Garrett, Walter Ian K, Steve Case, Katie.
Katie! Happy
And
birthday!
happy birthday, Katie. Is it really?
Sh-
Katie Mulgrew.
It was over the weekend, I believe.
Happy birthday, Katie. And
Aw.
Terry Rose, thank you to
Mm.
you. And Herbert Turner and everybody else, we thank you for hanging out with us. We will see you soon. And remember, when you want to talk about SpongeBob Square Butt, go elsewhere. But when you want to talk about Battlescar Dramatica, put it on the main viewer.
Woo!